We are live, COVID free.
Yes,
Good, everybody.
I was left off bad.
Like a favorite team of mine, but we get to know.
There we go. Hold on.
Somebody at a restaurant, ain't it?
Yeah, he is real.
This man, Trevor.
That is such a Memphis pick, bro. You brought your lunch pail with you today, didn't you?
It's a picnic, ain't it? What's up, man? You hungry, ain't it?
Hey, man, he in Michigan right now, man.
I in Michigan. What's up, man? You in Motown, ain't it, man? What's up, man? You in Temptation, ain't it, man?
Oh, man, quick and see.
Yo, Motown. Go ahead, Trevor.
That's fine. That's fine.
I really wanted people's perception of what Michigan and Ohio are, and you're from Tennessee. I wonder what you guys really think about people up north. Because I know before I moved here, I said, man, y'all just be killing people. Because all I know is first 48. That's all I knew. I ain't gonna lie. However, welcome everyone to the show. My name is Sheedy. Of course, even though I was left off bad and bougie, I'm still collecting checks from everybody. But we are going to start a session. We're going to call it Schooling with Sheedy. I'm just going to bring some topics to light about some things that I think are very pertinent to us as African Americans, as Black people. Because let's be honest, Black people, we don't read. We don't read at all. But if somebody were to talk to you about it, you would pay a little bit more attention. And so with that being said, we're going to start the segments with Schooling with Sheedy. And officially,
What in the world?
class is in session.
This is gonna be funny.
It is. And here's my son. I want to Martin that one. And so, first of all, I know we had the debate that went on, and there was a fly that got a lot more attention than the actual representatives should have gotten. And so I actually not going to spend time about that because Twitter, Black Facebook, Black Instagram, everybody had a field day about that. And so you all can, have your time there. I actually just want to start to discuss government, right? And we're about to really have a school session right now. And I want to ask the guys on the show, do you guys know how long, and it's okay, you can be wrong. You guys know how many senators Tennessee has?
I feel like it's
No,
1 or 2.
I don't. I was like, if I had to put out a number, I would say like 2 or 3.
I'll say 1 or 2.
Okay. What about you, Jack? Okay. What about you, Jack?
I'll go with 2.
2 is the correct response. So every state gets 2 senators, right? And for us, this upcoming election, if we don't know, they're actually both Republicans are senators right now. So when you're looking at the state of Tennessee is actually Republican in that realm. And so actually we have 1 seat that is actually up and available for election time. And so make sure you pay attention to that. What about House of Representatives? Does anyone know how many people represent the House of Representatives by chance? It's a big number.
It's big.
Talking about total or?
Yeah, how many people are in the House of Representatives? Not the Congress or the Senate.
Oh boy, I ain't been in class since 12.
We got 100 or something,
Right.
Coach Heinrich class, y'all. Coach Heinrich, we going back. And that's the problem. Coach is teaching history class.
Hey.
145.
145. Okay, good guess. Anybody else?
I'm gonna say 125.
125. Okay.
I believe it's one. I want to say 120.
120. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Getting closer.
Give me 150 for 200, Jack.
150. I got you. I wish you guys would have added all your guys' totals together
Wow.
Representation is 435.
Wow.
The total number of reps in the House of Representatives.
We might got that number too if you had them up for real.
But I also want to make sure that we're clear. Of those 435, though, only 9 are represented by the state of Tennessee, and that is 2%.
Because isn't it based off like your population?
Which is based off of what? Yes. Which is based off of you doing what? You remember? It starts with a C.
You said say it again.
Start with C.
It's the population is based off on what? Us filling out what? It starts with a C.
Oh, census.
The census.
Okay.
And if you're anything like me, if you're anything like me, when those people came to your door, you thought they were Jehovah's Witnesses, and you didn't want to do anything with them, right? And so we have to fill out our census. Our census actually gives us more representation in the state, right? And then we have more representation in the state. We have more representation in the House of Representatives. The Senate will never change. Every state is always going to be guaranteed 2. Yeah. But the more we are conscious enough to do the census and to fill that out and submit it, the more that we are actually going to be represented. Now, the Senate, the House of Representatives, it's 2 years. So those people are in office every 2 years. And on top of them being in the House every 2 years, I want to give you a breakdown right now of the House of Representatives, which is a little bit different than the Senate. As it stands right now, it's more Democratic. So it's 232 Democrats and 198 Republicans. And then you have 1 Libertarian, which means he's kind of free, and then 4 vacancies. Aiden, hold on 1 second, because he's about to get in there. Aiden, can you go some?
I got to look forward to
Black parents.
He's laughing about it. But we have to do our census. And also, I want to make sure we understand what the House does. So, like, we said that these numbers is 435 people that represent the House. The House is charged with federal litigation, known as bills, which after occurrence by the Senate are sent to the president for consideration. So nothing gets to the president's desk without it being seen by the Senate and the House of Representatives. It also is the revenue bills, impeaches the federal officer. So yes, we didn't fully impeach, right? Trump, but that's neither here nor there. We can talk about that later. And, if there is no president, this is also the term or people that actually elect the president. As you all know, there will be no more debates, unfortunately. And let's talk about that. How do you guys feel about there not being any more debates? President Trump has stated that he does not want to do a virtual debate, whereas, love you too. Whereas I call him former Vice President Joe Biden. Sometimes we refer to him as Vice President Biden, is open to it. And what are you guys' thoughts about that in regards to moving forward with those being canceled?
I mean, what I've seen in these debates, I mean, we're not learning much. So, creating more memes and laughing emojis. So, I mean,
if people aren't going to answer questions, then what are we here for? Nobody's answering questions, in my opinion. I'm not learning anything. So, I mean, I guess
absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I would agree because I agree, but I feel like we still need to have it for decorum. Like this is how it's supposed to go. We're supposed to have debate so that the American people can have an understanding as to what each candidate is going for. However, I mean, for me, I see the debate as memes because that's just what it is, and I look at like what does Trump or Biden, what do their actions say? So not necessarily like what they're saying, but like what are you actually approving? What do you like? What do you dislike? What's on your website? I read more to get an understanding than I actually watch. I watch for the memes, like that fly on Pence head. I loved it. I loved it. Kamala saying, "I'm speaking." I live for it. But I'm doing a lot more reading to get an understanding as to what they're doing. That's what I do. But so they still gotta have it just for that's how it's supposed to be. Like this is how it's always been. But I mean, like y'all said, Trump ain't gonna let that man talk, and Biden, Lord help him. That's all I can say. So
He's trying.
Right. And so the way I feel about it is if there's a way to do a debate, you do it. The same way we've had to figure out how to educate kids, right? And not be in buildings. And so if we had to make that effort, then at least you can do one, 2-hour debate live, on a camera and get that out the way. I don't see that being an issue, or virtual, excuse me. I don't see that really being an issue. The last thing I do want to leave us with, and then we can be dismissed, so to speak. In terms of Tennessee, I said there's 2 Republicans that are senators that are making decisions, but there's one person that's actually making decisions really for the state. And that's Governor Lee, right? The governor is over the entire state. Yes, we have Mayor Strickland, who's over the city, right? He's over the city restrictions, all that stuff, but he can't do nothing without the governor. If we don't know, our governor is really underneath Trump. We are, no matter what happens during this election in 2020, we are not going to lose Governor Lee. Governor Lee is still in office until 2022. So as great of a turnout as we're going to have this year, upcoming, upcoming this year, next month, for the elections, we need the same thing in the state of Memphis. Yes, I said the state of Memphis and the other surrounding state to come and vote, because we need a different leader for ourselves. And also, like this election, let's vote. However you vote, just vote. Don't be stupid and not vote, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I've heard this a million times. I don't want to vote. My vote don't count. And I've seen this greatly. If your vote didn't count, then why are people spending millions upon millions of dollars to entice you to vote a particular way? No matter if it's all the way from the presidential, all the way down to the city council, whatever it may be. But what I'm saying is you cannot just vote this year and think that's it. You cannot think that the president is the one person making the decisions for the entire country. He is not. There, as we just said, there's 435 other people, first, the House of Representatives. There's also 100 senators that are making decisions. It's not just based upon one man. And so with that being said, hopefully, you guys got something out of this with Schooling with Sheedy. And I look forward to continuing this series with us. At this time, though, class is dismissed.
I actually learned 12 minutes than I did in my U.S. government class in high school.
That's facts.
Not even
facts.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts.
Not even lying.
Big facts. All right, man, that was good. Like that.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Good job, Sheedy. I like that.
That's what she said too.
Brianna, come get your husband. Come get your husband.
All right, man. Let's be real. 108. Dang. I wish we had the guy who be doing the singing, the numbers counting. 21, 22. That dude. All right, man. Sheedy, what you want to do with the top 5?
Yeah, so we, as let's be real, because we are always real, came up with our top 10 quarterbacks. But if we can just drop who are our top 5 quarterbacks again that we named, I know Patrick Mahomes is number 1 that we came with the consensus about. I'm sure Lamar Jackson is up there.
Big Russ.
He was.
Russell Wilson, I'm sure.
Russell Wilson, yes. Sorry. Thank you. So Patrick,
let me scratch out 10, bro, please.
And 6. We can do that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 7.
Yeah.
I didn't vote for that 7. I can tell you that.
One quick question I have. Where is Mr. Josh Allen? All right, y'all go ahead.
He's gonna be in there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do a redo. This is back in what, June or July? we got the right to change.
The reason why I wanted to pull this up, you have Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson that we voted upon, Aaron Rodgers, and Tom Brady. Let's just look at the top 5. 3 out of those 5 are black. Dwayne Haskins is a black quarterback. He has now been benched in Washington. And it's not like the second or the backup. He is literally, even like the other day, he was the 4th string taking snaps. And the reason why I said that is because I believe that the pedestal is so high for black quarterbacks that if you're not of the most elite talent, then you have you're not a part of this anymore, right? But if you're not black, you still get opportunities in the NFL. For instance, who knew Joe Flacco was playing for the Jets? But then all of a sudden he's getting a starting job. And Tyrod Taylor, bless his heart, missing the lung, whatever happened right there, he may not ever get the chance to actually be part of something again. And so I want to just quick, I know it's quick updates, but like Dwayne Haskins getting benched because Ron Rivera believes that this Washington team can actually win the NFC least. And it's anyone's division, to be honest. But I don't believe you give the reins to anyone else because Dwayne Haskins is doing exactly what he can do at this point with the amount of coordinators and coaches that he's had in his professional career. But I just don't think we give the same timeline to quarterbacks that are not of the same skin.
And everything you just said was spot on. Let quarterbacks don't get the same, get the same timeline or get the same opportunities as, of course, the white quarterbacks. But also, each situation is different. And with this Washington situation, not to give it a pass or anything, but what's Kyle Allen? He was in Carolina with Ron Rivera, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That plays a part in this. Yeah. I would say because he does know his system. He don't feel like Dwayne Haskins is playing well, and he actually believes Washington, which with the way the division is, they do have a chance. I mean, they do have a real shot at that division. So if he believes that I can give him that and be like, okay, that was his quarterback there. My problem was more so him being demoted to 3rd string, with Alex Smith coming back from his leg injury, and he went from starting to. I got Nigel. He's a Washington fan. He just said they don't dress out 3 quarterbacks. Yep. So are they trading him? Like
he's damaged goods now. I mean, because like you went from being a 1st round pick to, and this is not Dwayne Haskins' fault. This is all Washington. You go from being a 1st round pick to not playing, and to be honest, like Washington. I mean, we've seen this before on both sides of the coin. We've seen a quarterback that's not been successful with Dwayne Haskins, black quarterback. A quarterback that has been successful, RG3. Both of them got out of there for who? A white quarterback. It's been done. It's been done both ways. So it
wasn't Alex Smith?
It was Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Oh, Kirk Cousins.
Who got drafted the same year as RG3.
Yep.
So it's like, what are you doing, Washington? So that whole franchise is just stupid. They got problems in Washington that start with the actual owner, Dan Snyder. It's been going on for a very, very, very long time. As far as Dwayne Haskins, I wasn't even a big Dwayne Haskins fan coming out of Ohio State. I thought that the Giants should have drafted him, so I feel like that was good for them. But that's neither here nor there. I hope that he gets an opportunity somewhere else. It will not be in Washington. There is no coming back for this for Dwayne Haskins. There's no, because at this point it's like the toothpaste is out of the tube now. There's no point of getting them back as a starter because if they're not doing well, they're going to tank. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who's going to trade for Dwayne Haskins. I hope that somebody gets him so that he can do well because it's not fair for you to spend a 1st round pick and then after like so many games, like you didn't even get a return on your investment. You invested in a 1st round pick and didn't even use it. That's stupid. That's Washington. That's just Washington. That's all I can say.
Scott.
2 points. One goes to exactly what Tavis said. In 2004, that's the same year that Eli Manning was drafted, right? Mm-hmm. And so me being young into watching football, I was trying to understand why Eli Manning didn't want to get drafted to the Chargers. Where you get drafted at where you're drafted at, in my opinion, it plays a huge factor into how your career is going to go. When Dwayne Haskins was going to the Redskins, I knew that was not going to work. Where you drafted at basically, in my opinion, determines how you're going to play or how your career turns out. I hate that he went to the Washington Redskins or the Washington football team. In my opinion, he was never given a fair chance. Their front office has been all over the place. And even now, this is not fair to him. In my opinion, as a Steelers fan, because I'm not sure who the hell is coming behind Ben, I will be willing to take a flyer on Dwayne Haskins. I feel like he needs to get another chance. He needs to be put in a situation where the front office believes in him, his coaching staff believes in him, and right now he's not getting that in Washington. Second point, Mr. Daniel Jones, who Darren came on this show a year ago and said that Daniel Dimes was going to have a breakout year. Ladies and gentlemen, through 4 games, he's 0-4, 889 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 picks. Dwayne Haskins, 4 games, 1-3 record, 939 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 picks. It's race.
Yep.
I'm done.
But they also, like I said, go back to what I was saying. Who is the Giants' backup?
I don't even know.
I'm just saying.
That point, but at the same time, what?
Yeah.
Who's Kyle Allen?
He played. He know Rob Piersky.
But that was before people got film on him, and he did what after that?
Another thing, real quick about Ron Rivera.
Though, but yeah,
another thing about Ron Rivera. Not even Ron Rivera. Again, it's about Washington. So when you knew that you picked a first round pick on a quarterback, why would you bring in a coach that doesn't even believe in that quarterback? That makes no sense. That makes that happened in Arizona, but it's on the flip side, a black coach.
Josh Rosen.
That's a whole nother story. But Josh Rosen, he had an opportunity to start in Miami. Was not good enough, clearly. But not good enough. It's not good enough.
Thank you, bro.
Well, I don't. Washington, just move that whole team somewhere else. This is bad.
Please. You guys should see them with everything on Dwayne Haskins, and I will also jump aboard the bandwagon of taking a flyer on Dwayne Haskins in Pittsburgh. Not sure who's coming behind Ben, so why not at this point? If I'm not mistaken, this is a whole different front office in Washington than it was the season ago when they actually drafted Dwayne Haskins, so you can kind of see the kind of in play there. Pretty much not going to take too much because you guys pretty much get the nail on the head with everything. But at this point, you got to start with the trade offer. If I'm Dwayne Haskins' agent on the phone right now, trying to figure out if anybody is willing to take a flyer. I'm pretty sure there's a team out there that can bring him in as a backup, at least. So,
he needs to play behind Vet.
So, what's next? We done.
Shark, you with COVID?
COVID. So, Stephon Gilmore tested positive for the Patriots. I give to the Titans on the NFL portion. And our numerous COVID tests and stuff and everything going on between us versus the NFL. I'll get to that later. But yeah, Stephon Gilmore. So now the Patriots have 2 players who Cam, then now Stephon Gilmore. So that game got pushed back to Monday. Titans Bills game got pushed back to Tuesday because of us. And the Jets, DeAndre Hurst for the Raiders caught COVID. And someone for the Jets caught COVID as well. Actually, someone from the Jets.
It was a false positive. That
ended up being false. Got no positive test game on Arizona. Okay. So pretty much going on around the league. The Titans put out the most. And other teams are. We're gonna see. We'll see. Hopefully, this doesn't become a problem for the NFL, but it very well could be. The Titans are just the first team that this is happening to. It could very well happen to anybody else throughout the rest of the season. So I just leave it at that. Y'all have anything?
Nope. All will be well in about a month.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't have much. I'm just praying that everything's okay. At the rate it's going, it's like how long between now and when everyone's team is being hit with it. So hopefully, like Scott said, within a month, everything will be fine.
All right. Trevor, Memphis-SMU.
Okay, so this past weekend, last Saturday, University of Memphis Tigers had their second game of the season after a month of playing. After a month without playing since the first game against Wichita State. They fell to SMU at the very end, 30-27. I'm just gonna go. I'll start with Sharky and just go around. Sharky, Scholars, Sheedy, then Savage. If you guys would just provide your takes, what you feel about the game, because I know everyone is going to point to the one play which eventually cost us the game. So I'm just going to pass it on to y'all. Sharky, you can start us off.
Okay, so I predicted SMU to really game win exactly how I predicted it. I predicted LSU to beat. SMU to beat us because we hadn't played and practiced, and we were rusty, and the game started out that way. We fell behind 24-3.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
We scored, and we came back really quickly. We came back and got within 24-20 at halftime. Second half, Memphis defense actually held SMU to only 6 points. Really 3 points until Brady White. I'm going to call him out. Brady White fumbled the ball. Fumbled the bag, as the young guy drive down the field, about to win this giant, and he just has to fumble. So Brady White, what's his sixth year in college? He's like 23 now, making freshman, sophomore mistakes at a time that we need him. That's not due to rest. That's Brady White. Yep. Memphis should still won the game. I hate that they have another bye week. We don't play UCF to next week, but UCF lost to Tulsa last week. But I hate we need more reps. Mm-hmm. And having this other bye week hurts again, in my opinion. But we'll get into the UCF reviews next week. But of course, Brady White did turn over. The defense didn't play well in the first half, but the second half they showed up. That was not a defensive performance I was expecting. When your defense holds SMU to 3 points for a majority of the second half, and you're on down by 4, you have to win.
The game went literally almost exactly how I said it was going to go. To Sharky's point, I said that the defense would struggle the first half, and not even just the defense struggle, but the offense struggle to have to be. I think at one point, like Sharky said, they were down 24-3. The offense battled back. I said that the defense was going to make adjustments, which they have done. Brady White, that was very cringeworthy. That fumble was very hard to watch. To Sharky's point, you cannot have been playing college football 5-6 years and make a mistake like that. I'm sorry. And at this point, Brady White is who Brady White is. He's going to make those mistakes. And at some point as a coaching staff, you have to figure out what you're going to do, because you just cannot have your quarterback making those type of mistakes. To literally the game-winning drive. And also the offense was very, in my opinion, played to not lose. I think the first half, they were letting them sling it. Everybody was getting passes. Everybody that was running the ball really well. And in my opinion, you had SMU on the ropes in the fourth quarter, and play calling was very, very conservative. In my opinion, they played not to lose. And when you play not to lose, what do? You lose. So it really bothered me that he made that fumble. At this point, I guess we're just gonna ride it out with Brady White. And if we're gonna have to ride it out with Brady White, then we kind of see it. We know how that typically goes. I really hate that we lost the game. In my opinion, if we would have won the game, for me, that would have said well. That would have said well with me, with the coaching staff, and how they how they rallied that team, how they got the team to believe that they will still win the game. We still have a chance to win the conference. I'm not sure divisions stuff still happening in this year. We still have a chance to win the conference, but Cincinnati looks good. Who else is up there? I can't remember exactly who else is up there, but we still have a chance to win. But that, of course, starts with beating UCF next week. So very, very hard to have watched Brady White fumble the ball on the game-winning drive. But then also, again, play calling was terrible in the fourth quarter.
That's what she said.
Good one.
Yeah, so to the point, I didn't call it the way I thought it would go. This wasn't like SMU ran the ball down the throat. Memphis, which they did on with the other 3 opponents. Reggie Roberson is his name.
Oh my God!
240 yards, all 5 receptions. I mean, those type of stats are ridiculous.
He got hurt.
Their running back got hurt.
Would have had 400 if it weren't for that. If he didn't get hurt, would have had 400.
So it's like, to your point of play calling, I mean, you're not always gonna get like the prime, safeties, corners, what have you, but you have to come up with some type of scheme because you can't have a guy busting you up for 89, 70 type yardage every single time, or when he gets the ball. And so to your guys' point, the first half was really like, I think that no one scored in the second half, but like 7, maybe 10 points altogether. And so a lot of points were scored actually in the first half. I think both teams were kind of adjusting to what's going on. Definitely kudos to both teams really to come out and really get their defense kind of more squared away in the second half, because the second half actually just warranted Memphis did score that touchdown in the second half, and then SMU just scored 2 field goals. But again, the first half went so bad that you're playing from behind, and I know Memphis can play from behind and win the game. They just had to do it within rhythm, and they haven't been in rhythm due to COVID and everything else. So they lost. I look forward to a bounce back game for them, but they just ran into SMU without having a lot of practice time, a lot of chemistry as well.
I have no analysis. Like I said with Donald Trump, we ain't got long, y'all. We ain't got long with Mama K. We ain't got long with Brady White. I'm ready for Peter Parrish. That's all I'm saying. We can move forward.
I also cannot wait for the day that we say we finally got corners.
It's been years.
Yeah. I cannot wait for the day because
where Bobby McCain at? We need Bobby McCain.
I cannot wait for the day we have legit corners. Not even legit corners. At least average.
Competent.
At least average corners. Where we don't have like 5, 6 corners getting beat over the top. Where we don't have like guys that can't tackle. That's the reason that guy had 300 yards. And if it weren't for even the play he got hurt, if he scores that, he had 400 receiving yards. For a receiver to have almost 400 receiving yards on 5 catches shows you how bad your DBs are.
Those folks running 4 verticals all game.
I don't blame them. See, to your point, that's why they didn't run the ball. That's why they didn't run the ball.
Their running back got hurt the first play of the game.
True. Golly, I just can't wait for the day where we have average corners. I'll take average corners at this point.
True.
You got much good everything. That Brady White turnover towards the end really hurt us in the end. I'm devastated at that. Playing from behind, I was literally ready to go in the pass 6 mode because I actually said it in the group meeting when we fell down 24-3 because of how rusty we looked in that first quarter and the first half of the second. We were able to close the gap. I'm liking the relationship that Brady White has with Sean Dykes, our tight end. So, of course, that's going to be a nice little dynamic going forward. But, again, like I said, let's just ride this out with Brady White and let's hope for the best next week against UCF. All right.
Okay. Savage, where your broom at?
It's where is it? I don't know. It's downstairs.
Las Vegas Aces. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Storm got his brooms. That's what got it.
Yeah. It's they were just overmatched. So, like Sharky mentioned, the Seattle Storm swept the Las Vegas Aces very handily. Game 3 was 92-59. It wasn't close. Asia Wilson was out there by herself. She had 0 help. And the Seattle Storm, they just got scores everywhere. Every single where on the starting 5, off the bench. Probably the coaches can probably get buckets too. It was just hard. It was hard. Breanna Stewart, y'all, Lord have mercy again. Like 10 for 14, 3 for 4 from 3, 26 points. The point goddess, Sue Bird, 7 assists. Like she just, it wasn't fair. It really wasn't fair. I would have liked to seen this matchup with the Aces at full power because at full power they are a very good team. They were 18-4 for a reason in the bubble. Like this is a good team, but just Seattle was just it was a huge gap between those two with them missing key players due to injury and due to opting out of the WNBA bubble. So for the sake of time, we can keep it short. But if y'all do want to comment on it, y'all can keep it quick.
All right.
Brianna Stewart is a dog, and she's a dog. And I mean, you kind of hit that point on that. And we talked about her footwork and what she can do inside and outside the paint. Sue Bird knows how to find them. In addition to her, when they need it. The way the way that the WNBA players play and the way that the finals just ran was the same effort I need to start seeing in some of y'all playing this pickup basketball. Okay? That's all I got to say about that.
Wow.
I'll keep it short.
Congrats to the Storm. 10-0 in her last final games or appearances. It's a stat for you. Seattle looked really good. Breanna Stewart looks unfair. Looks very equivalent to Anthony Davis. So WNBA, good luck guarding that.
10-0.
Huh?
Who you said 10-0? I can't hear you.
Sue Bird is 10-0 her last WNBA Finals games. It's a stat for you.
I know that.
I was like, golly.
Trevor.
I'll keep it short. Congrats to the Storm. Beyond a certified bucket. Sue Bird, we already know from the moment she came out of Larry Bird's wife or whatever. So, again, congrats to the Storm and good luck rest of the WNBA. Good luck to Beyond the
Yeah, congrats to the Storm. Shout out to the WNBA as a whole with the whole Breonna Taylor. Everything from Black Lives Matter. They really set the standard for leadership that the NBA needs to look to following as well. So, Skyler, Wichita State, Gregg Marshall.
Some tea in Wichita. So, ladies and gentlemen, a couple months ago, it seemed like COVID was golly. March seems like it was so long ago. So around February or March, we started to see players transferring from Wichita State, which is where Mr. Gregg Marshall is the coach of that basketball team. So we were trying to understand what's going on with why players are transferring. We now know, according to a report from the stadium or something like that, the reason these players are transferring is due to the malicious behavior of Mr. Gregg Marshall. In this very long report, there are reports that he has assaulted players, that he has smacked or punched some of his players before, that he has attacked people on his coaching staff. This has been dated back to at least between the years of 2014, 2017, while he's been the coach of the Wichita State Shockers. So just wanted to get you guys' opinion if you guys have read the article. Does this shock you? What are your thoughts about this? I know that people were skeptical of Mr. Penny Hardaway in Memphis, but they should be focusing their energy somewhere else. So what are you guys' thoughts on the reports or article that was put out?
I'm glad A-Lo did not go to Wichita State.
There you go.
He's a Memphis partner. He's a Memphis.
Ooh,
He's Memphis. Gregg Marshall do that to no Memphian. That's all I got to say on that one.
Especially because I think he's from South Memphis too.
All right. Yeah.
Binghamton.
Binghamton, actually. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Gregg Marshall wasn't finna do that to him. Greg, I took from it. I'm not shocked because, I mean, you see about 7-8 players transferred this spring. Something going on. That many players transferring. That's your whole team. And the second reason it's not a shock. Second reason, my second thought on it is he's definitely recruiting players that don't know how to protect themselves or don't fight back. And he's hiring coaches to do the same because at 20 years old, I'm from Memphis. I'm from the Haven. You touch me, a coach, I'm swinging. Real talk. I mean,
he legit punched players. Now this isn't like a little shove. He apparently punched these players.
Right. Shove is I said I know shoving. I mean that's coaching. Yeah,
punching. Closed fist? No, sir.
No. Of course it's asked. That's my thoughts.
my 2 cents on it, like Sharky, You funny, Gregg Marshall. You thought it was from Memphis. For me, there's too much evidence for the NCAA to not jump on this immediately. Y'all was quick to hop on James Wiseman and all this other stuff. But when it comes to this is violence. I know it ain't domestic violence, but this is violence. Like you punch somebody in the back of the head. So I don't know what they're waiting on. He needs to be removed from his position. Of course, he won't be without a job too long because I mean he's a good coach. I remember when he was at Winthrop when they had that 3-point shooting team back in the day. But yeah, he needs to be fired. Like this is ridiculous. He should not be coaching young men. And if I'm a parent, like if you had a child from Memphis and y'all know my dad would have pulled up quick on Gregg Marshall. Mm-hmm. So I don't like this guy is responsible for kids, man. Like they're in college, they're kids, and you out here swinging on kids right now, and that should not fly, especially with young black men. I'm not gonna let this man mishandle African American men. We can't do this. We can't do this in NCAA. So I'm hoping that this investigation is quick, efficient, and that he is out of that job at Wichita State. And it needs to be quick, man. This been going on for how long? A couple years? Nah.
At least, yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember. I think it was a coach was it Rutgers that was throwing the ball at players? It was video, and he get out of there quick.
Oh yeah,
you gotta go, man. You gotta go.
Yeah, and to your point, Savage, like ESPN ain't even touched this yet. This ain't even been brought up by ESPN yet, which is crazy. Because, like you said, when James Wiseman took money, I guess, from Penny Hardaway, touched ESPN quickly.
Lay at the headline.
Right, exactly. ESPN ain't touched this at all.
And like I said, if they were efficient, they're like, "Are we gonna look into Nashville? Where was the money going? Movement? Like, I need y'all to move quick on this."
And what do we know is the difference? What's the difference? The difference is Gregg Marshall is a certain skin color, Penny Hardaway is another skin color, right? And it just goes to show how this racism thing is not dead, right? And everyone falls victim to it, no matter how up you feel in the hierarchy. One thing I do want to say: where there's smoke, there's fire. And so when you're seeing this type of movement come from these men, and in Wichita State is not like a bum school to go play basketball at. And so when you see people that are transferring out, something is going on. And my other point about it, there's ways of coaching. And yes, I am a coach. I put my hands on players, not like that maliciously, right? I don't grab somebody by the neck, but I might pull you to the side. Man, what are you doing, right? But that's coaching. That's how to speak to students and athletes. But also, I'm a black man, and they're looking at me. They are black young men. And again, to y'all's point, I ain't even from the Haven. I ain't from nobody's 901. But I can guarantee you this right here. I got to come home to 2 and 3. So I'll be damned if white, black, Puerto Rican, or Asian putting your hands on me and think I'm not
going to kids.
If you touch Asian or Leia, I'm not going to ask questions. I'm not going to fight. I might just have to pull up with a shot. I don't know.
Sure.
Oh man, well for me, I think everyone is covered that Gregg Marshall should be fired. I'm surprised he hasn't been fired immediately. And to you guys' point, I'm also surprised this is big news as well. And I said, how long this has been flying on the word, and how many pros have we had to come out with Wichita State? We have Savage's favorite player, the Hall of Fame. Clearing earlier, I'm really interested to get takes from them as well, just to see what all is going on, man. I believe this is true. But, like you guys said, and all this man should be gone like yesterday. Like at this point.
All right, so quick updates, touching 2 updates.
A lot going on, man.
Yeah, stuff like it's a lot, so it's all good, man. All right, man. NBA, once again, a lot going on. NBA Finals. We just got done talking about this on the starting 5. So, Savage, I'll let you lead off.
All right, so last night was game 5. The Lakers made in my opinion, the wrong decision in changing into the Black Mamba jerseys for this particular game because they were 4-0 in those jerseys, but now they are 4-1 because Mr. James Butler.
That's nice thing. He corrected somebody about that this summer.
Mr. Jimmy Butler decided to go Mamba mentality, to be honest. Let me pull up Jimmy Butler's stats because he went crazy. 35 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists. But the most important stat is my name on this particular show of Let's Be Real, and that is 47 minutes and 21 seconds. That is how long Jimmy Butler played last night. And if you didn't know, there are 48 minutes in an NBA game, which means he's only spent 40 seconds not on the actual field of play. I guess I'll get into my 2 cents about this game. Miami came out ready to fight. It literally, like I said at the beginning of the finals, styles makes fights, and this is a heavyweight fight. I mean, let's give Miami their credit. I've been giving Miami their credit. I mean, Coach Spoelstra is a great coach. He shortened their rotation with the quickness, like I said on the pre-show. He said, I'm going with 7, and we're going to rock with this 7. And looking at the 7, aside from Iguodala, who's trash, I'm going to go down the points. 13, 35, 11, 26, 12, 14. Every player who touched the court got double figures except Iguodala. So they came out ready to play. Before I got on the show, I watched the y'all seen Creed, right? The first Creed, not second Creed. Mm-hmm. It literally was like watching Creed versus Conlon because Creed is the underdog, but he got so much heart. He's not gonna go away. He gonna go the full 12 rounds, and he gonna knock you down at some point. And as y'all know, Conlon got knocked down for the first time in that fight against Creed in the movie. So I felt like that is what I was watching. Jimmy Butler was like Creed, literally. Like, I'm not going. I might be underdog, but I'm scrappy. I deserve to be here, which he proved. Let's give Jimmy Butler his flowers right now, like right now. And my thoughts just watching that series or that game was that somebody come please help this man. Like somebody come to Miami, please. Somebody help this man out. I know Sheedy said he's a superstar. Is that how you pronounce it? A superstar?
A substar. The next one will be a super. Yep.
Okay, a substar. So he's a substar right now.
Substar. Let's put a B on it.
But as far as the Lakers, and I'll get into the LeBron situation, the last shot of the game. I'm not gonna do a bootleg, bro. That's too much time. But regardless of it was the correct basketball play and Jordan passed to Kerr and Paxson. Let me talk something about that real quick. Steve Kerr and John Paxson are significantly better shooters than Danny Green. Please, I don't want to hear that argument.
That's right.
I do not want to hear that argument. Steve Kerr was a knockdown 50% shooter from 3. John Paxson, another knockdown shooter, shooting 40-50% from 3. Danny Green, the entire bubble, Skylar can attest to this, has been trash. I mean, basura, garbage, trash. Like, it's bad, y'all. So I don't want to hear anything about he made the right basketball play by passing to Danny Green. Nah, F that. I'm sorry, F that. Like, LeBron, so another thing. I know I'm going on a rant, y'all. Another thing. Iman Shumpert, I watched Iman Shumpert's interview with Vlad TV, and he talked about how intelligent that LeBron James was. You cannot tell me that LeBron James does not know Danny Green struggling. You know he's been struggling all bubble. Why is he doing a kick-out pass to a wide-open Danny Green, who, by the way, is wide open for a reason?
Yep.
If Danny Green hit that shot, you live with it. You're like, you know what, Danny Green, he's 2 for 9, like, whatever, we lost. We deserve to lose. It is what it is. But the fact that he dished it out to Danny Green, and then he clanks it, and then Markieff Morris, trash, made the most terrible pass to Anthony Davis. I don't know who he's passing to. The man need contacts, LASIK, glasses, goggles, something. It was just bad. So I do not want to see another final possession, 1-point game. If it ain't LeBron, Raymond James Sr., and if it ain't Anthony Davis shooting that ball, that is a bad basketball play. I don't want to hear it. I'm not arguing it. I'm not debating it no more. I don't care LeBron's a great passer. I do not care. You are the best player in the game right now. You need to shoot the damn ball, period. AD, you top 3. If LeBron missed, get the rebound, put it back up, which happened 2 possessions prior. That happened 2 possessions prior. LeBron, it wasn't LeBron. That was KCP. Shot a 3, bricked it. AD got the rebound, put it back up. If it ain't LeBron shooting or AD shooting, I don't want to hear nothing. All these basketball experts on Twitter, stop it. No. This is game 5 of a closeout game. If LeBron is not shooting, I don't want to hear it. I don't KCP, Danny Green, Frank Vogel, Jason Kidd. I don't care. If it ain't LeBron or AD, you need to shoot the ball.
Hey, Jason Kidd ain't a bad option though.
You're right.
He might be top 10.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Danny Green needs to. He's not gonna be off the court. I know he's still gonna play, but he, like everybody on Twitter and Instagram, that is not a good basketball play. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care. Look, Danny Green has been trash all bubble. He had like maybe one game
all year, actually.
All year.
All year.
What order do you want us to go in?
Hey, let me get Trevor, Sheedy, Skylar, then Sharky. I'm done though. I'm done. Y'all go ahead. Go ahead, Trevor.
All right. So first and foremost, as you all just said, we definitely need to give Jimmy Butler his flowers because he definitely deserves it. He's earned it in his finals. Talked about it on Starting 5. The Heat just are playing great these past couple of games. I did still say Lakers in 6, so it's looking NBA play. It's going to be a dog fight these last game or 2 games or whatever. So I'm expecting that. As far as the last possession is concerned, I'm LeBron. I'm forcing that shot up because if you watch the tape, AD was right in position to get the offensive rebound. In the event LeBron James missed that shot, so those are the 7 points. LeBron and AD needs to be shooting the ball down the stretch. And Danny Green, I mean, and I said it on Starting 5, he's basically finessing the Lakers for $15 million a year. So it's I don't know, man. So, but like I said, Lakers in 6. I do expect them to come out and respond heavily in Game 6. I expect big games from Anthony Davis. So that's all I got, man. Lakers in 6 still.
All right, shoot.
Okay. 7. And I'm gonna stick to the Heat in 7. I think besides let's talk about the pass, right? First of all, yes, we need to give Jimmy his flowers, but second of all, the pass. I said I believe LeBron is such a great passer that actually I think he could have get the ball to AD that far. Just because of 1, how long AD can reach out, and 2, how far LeBron can reach around as well. I think would have been a great pass. I'm not mad about his pass, even if I wasn't a Heat fan, because even when I was a Heat fan, I didn't like his passes then. LeBron's been showing you when it's the last 2 minute, he's going to get everyone else involved, unless you're the Toronto Raptors, in which he's going to take over. So I don't know what it is about the Raptors, but he will pass out of everything else. I think that some things that are to be looked at. One is Anthony Davis's health moving on. How hurt is he for real? 2, you talked about the Morris brother who needs that same Jameis Winston LASIK immediately for that pass. And also, where on God's green earth is Kyle Kuzma? For a guy that I believe can be the up and coming star. I haven't really seen it actually in the bubble. I'm not gonna lie to you. I expected more of him in the entire bubble. And besides his little shot that he made, game-winning shot where he played most of his minutes anyway because others weren't playing, I haven't really seen it from Kuzma. And so KCP, shout out to KCP for as Sharky told me again, game 4 and game 5. To be honest, he really played a solid game for a role player. But Kyle Kuzma can be giving you those 2 fouls of a shooter. Dwight Howard, who plays, 4 minutes and 7 seconds per game, can't be giving you the flagrant ones like that. But we talked about Jimmy being tired, but LeBron looked tired too. And LeBron looked like, where am I going to get this extra energy from? And I haven't seen that LeBron yet. I know he's got some time to recuperate. He also has AD. But again, I'm sure he doesn't want to put it all on AD. This is really all going to be on LeBron. And this is LeBron's series and MVP to lose. And so it's going to be all on him. To the Heat's side of things, if Bam doesn't show up for Game 6, this series is done. Jimmy's done exactly what he needs to do. Out of 5 games, he's giving you top 5 performances in 2 of those. Duncan Robinson, who last year was in the G League, just gave you 26, right? And so we need Bam this game to kind of like take some pressure off of Jimmy, along with Tyler Hero as well. I think they have a great 2-man ball between the 2 of them. Now you talked about Iggy. I think Iggy played some good stretch defense. He's those stats. His stats are terrible, and they've been terrible since he left with the Warriors. But I liked his poke outs and getting some steals and some crucial times. So I appreciate him for that. Even tips for the rebounds. But overall, if we're gonna go to war, we'll go to war with 7. Huge up to Kendrick as well, who draw the defense in and then would feed people from there. And also made some clutch threes on his own. But I'll talk about this in starting 5, and I'll go to Skylar. LeBron made a 3, even if they were down like 10 and cut it to 7. It felt like they were tied. That's just how much those haymakers is what Skylar called them meant to Miami and meant to LA. When you have LeBron shooting 60+% from behind the 3-point line, and you got a 7-footer that can also shoot the 3 with ease. When those 3s start going in, it's dangerous, very, very dangerous. But that's all I have. My take on it as well. Again, I say Heat in 7, which means we got to win tomorrow night, which is Sunday, and which means I expect a huge game from Bam. Skylar?
Definitely, again, want to give Jimmy Butler his flowers. Probably, I know he's had a couple of games here, there, maybe 1 or 2 where he wasn't aggressive or he wasn't the aggressor, but this is probably one of the best finals performances I've seen probably from anybody. Just being able to put a team on his back like that, to wheel your team to 2 wins thus far after nobody gave you a chance going into the finals, after nobody gave you a chance after game 1 and game 2, and really nobody gave you a chance going into game 5. And going into game 5, just watching SportsCenter, watching FS1, I got that vibe that like everybody was just handing LeBron James his 4th ring. I'm just like, nah, it's not that simple. Like, I'm pretty sure Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat were watching news articles. They were watching ESPN. They were watching everybody just straight dog them. And I just felt like, I was like, they ain't gonna come out here and lay down. And then you just knew from tip, you knew after the first quarter that they weren't gonna just go out here and lay down. So definitely want to give Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat their just their credit, just their dog mentality, just to try to get some respect, if anything. My takeaways, and I really want to just kind of switch gears a little bit and just go into what, as a Lakers fan, I would want to see adjustments for. One, stop switching pick and rolls for Jimmy Butler. just stop. Because Markieff Morris being put on Jimmy Butler, Alex Caruso, a great defender, Alex Caruso being put on Jimmy Butler on a switch, not a deal. Stop it, because we didn't do that in game 4. We didn't do that in game 4. So why do that in game 5?
Yes,
in my opinion, where the Lakers lost the game, where the Rajon Rondo foul, that fouling of a jump shooter, he's too old to be doing that. Kyle Kuzma, I'm over Kyle Kuzma. He won't be on the team next year. You can book that. This is his last year. I think I watched game 5 with you, Sheedy, or game 4, I think. And I told you, Kyle Kuzma and LeBron James do not get along. And they ain't got along since, I think, about the regular season when his trainer called out LeBron. This is Kyle Kuzma's last year. Danny Green, this is his last year. Where I would like to see adjustments from the Lakers, stop switching on the pick and rolls. And then it just needs to be a heavy dosage of LeBron James and Anthony Davis going forward. That's what I would like to see. LeBron James, in my opinion, had a really, really good game. My thing with people, LeBron James is who LeBron James is. LeBron James has consistently showed us that he's not going to take that last second shot. So why are we still upset about it? He's not Kobe. He's not LeBron. He's not Michael Jordan. So why are we upset that he's not taking the last shot? Savage, totally get your point. He should take that shot. I would want him to take this shot. That's just not who LeBron James is.
I'm cool with him passing. Don't pass to Danny Green. Pass to Anthony Davis. that's all that I want. Just pass to Anthony Davis.
Totally.
That's fair.
So I said Lakers in 6. I think the difference between game 5 and game 4, Lakers didn't make shots. Ellis Caruso, I think, was like 1 of 7. Rajon Rondo, who y'all kept calling him playoff Rondo, hadn't made a jump shot in a week, which is why me and Savage were so surprised that he was shooting 45 and 40% from 3. This is Rajon Rondo, right? Kyle Kuzma didn't have a good game. Markieff Morris did not have a good game. I'm pretty sure they'll make more shots. They'll make the shots that they need to make. Going into Game 6, I have the Lakers winning tomorrow.
For playoff Rondo, I don't factor his shooting to him saying he playoff Rondo. So, but he hasn't played well the last 2 games or so I give you that one. Like I said, I criticized Jimmy Butler last week. He must have heard me because 2 of the next 3 games, he came out with some of the greatest finals performances we've ever seen. Going ahead with LeBron last night. So I'm proud of him. Like I said, I mean, getting these 2 wins, in order for him to get the superstar label, you got to pull off the next 2. I originally picked the Lakers at 5, but he my guy. Got to roll with him. Got to go Heat in 7 at this point. I changed tune last night before Game 5 because someone told me after we fell down 3-1, don't give us so easy. Well, because yesterday morning, it was like, all right, I'm going to believe Jimmy going to do something. He did it last night. LeBron had 40 and AD had 28, and we pulled it out. So that gives me confidence. The Lakers are not a good shooting team, so them shooting well last night was actually on tune with what I would have expected earlier in the series. So, but they can have one more game where they shoot well, so I can see that. But like Sheedy said, and I said on starting 5, Bam, Tyler Hero, we need them to show up now. Bam had I ain't like I said he's coming back. He had a pretty good game but I expect Bam to show up. He in the East Conference Finals, Game 5 against Boston. He didn't have a good game, and he took that game on himself. He was like, "That's on me." Game 6, he came out dominated, and we finished him off. So I expect him to come back in Game 6 with a vengeance after struggling in Game 5. Tyler Hero, he's 20. I understand he's a rookie, but we need one. We need one game. Duncan Robinson gave us his one in Game 5. We need Tyler Hero. We need one out of you. At least if him and Bam get Game 6, just give us Game 7, and we have another Jimmy versus LeBron showdown. Let's go. Anthony Davis' injury is key. I'm hoping, like me and Sheedy said on starting 5, we hope that it's another series. I don't want a KD situation happening with him. I don't want him to tear his Achilles. I mean, I don't want to see anybody get hurt.
It looked like Achilles, man. I was like, that looked like
Achilles.
When he looked back.
And it could be because he was a healed injury, so it could turn into that. And I'm hoping that it doesn't happen. That's like the last thing we need to happen. Goran Dragic, I mean, he tried to give it a go in Game 5. We don't know. If we get to Game 7, he might just say, forget it. I'm going out there. I'm trying. So we'll see. Lakers didn't go finish this off because of things like that, because of him possibly coming back and just giving just a heroic effort and AD's injury. So Lakers need to find a way. Shout out to KCP. He's come through as the most clutch role player for y'all. Y'all need someone else. As for us, shout out to Kendrick Nunn. I mean, we're going Dragic out. He started most of the season. He's come through. So as series goes on, we'll see what happens in Game 6. Let's go Heat. As for LeBron's last shot, I would argue on social media. Shout out to Jay Will and Famous Los. They've been saying LeBron need to take the shot. As a Heat fan, thank God he didn't take it. To me, him taking a shot with 3 people versus Danny Green shooting wide open 3 was easy for me. I mean, LeBron had 40 points. Danny Green shot 2 for 9. I had a tweet, and she retweeted this morning saying like this age well about Danny Green missing open threes. He's gonna miss it. We don't get rebounds, and even on that play, we still get the rebound. So we didn't know how to get rebounds when Danny Green misses because he is going to miss. And we still almost lost the game because we didn't get the rebound. So we didn't know how to get rebounds. LeBron threw a shot up, AD right there on the rim. Bam had came in to LeBron. That's if he missed a shot, which you probably would have done, AD right there for a putback.
Yep. Or you get a foul call. I mean,
something foul. Yeah, I'm like, man, AD don't miss free throws. So LeBron should have shot that one, or tried to do a pass to AD. Although Bam is long, I think Bam would have probably got a hand on it. So he probably should have been off shooting it. AD would have jumped over Bam, got the rebound. So
yeah,
I don't take too much from that. It's typical LeBron fans, LeBron haters. The poll I put on Twitter earlier this week about who's worse. That's the typical backlash I saw last night. It was pitiful, to be honest. But yep, those are my thoughts.
Yeah, what I was just going to add was that you would have wished that LeBron went just as aggressive as Jimmy did on the last possession. So Jimmy went up, against AD. Well, that was a terrible. Skylar called it already. Terrible pick and roll defense. And Jimmy went right to the cup, right, and got the foul. And you would like to see the same from LeBron happen, but again, he decided differently, and that's LeBron. Like I said, that's the same LeBron that we've had with Miami, with Cleveland, and now LA. Go ahead, Skylar.
Right, but I think the difference between those two plays is Jimmy Butler got the play. He got the ball at the top of the key, and immediately after when the pick and roll happened, there was nobody in front of him. Yeah. Versus when LeBron got it, there were 3 people in front of him. So again, you would want LeBron to take that shot, but I think that's the difference between the two. I think that's why it was easier for Jimmy Butler to kind of go up, because at that point there's only AD in front of him, and he's already at the basket. So you can just either you're gonna make it, miss it, and if you miss it, you probably gonna get the foul. Versus LeBron James, he's driving with 3 people in front of him, and they're not giving him that call. So
honestly, Jimmy Butler would do the same exact thing LeBron did. The difference with Jimmy Butler, you had Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson shooting, and they probably that's the biggest difference. I don't want to hear anything about officials. I saw Frank Vogel and LeBron made a comment about questionable call. Like, stop it. Stop, please.
Nah, please. It's been even. It's been pretty even. Yeah. Like, ain't nothing to complain about.
Like fouling jump shooters.
Period. Kyle Kuzma's foul, Duncan Robinson jumping up and down. Bro, you clearly fouled him. Then LeBron talking about the last call was questionable. AD went straight up. AD was
he was moving as he was jumping.
But yeah, that's what it is. NFL, Skylar. Well, I guess the first segment go to me, huh?
Yeah, your team, dog.
Titans. All right, let me get y'all a piece of my mind. All right, I've calmed down. Despite this reason I do, let me be real about them. So as y'all know, we now have up to about 22 players and personnel with COVID. A game against the Bills got pushed back to Tuesday. So video came out, pictures came out that we did after we caught the first case of COVID, and they shut the facilities down. Some players decided it was a genius idea to go practice at a high school, one of the high schools in Nashville. When I first saw everything, I was livid because I'm thinking health-wise first. COVID is serious. Now, I can take a step back, and since they're out of cooler heads to prevail, I still don't think it was common sense to really go, but I understand the reasoning. At that time, the game against the Steelers was not canceled yet. As a football player, you're thinking, if we can't practice till Saturday, we still going to play Sunday. What? Nah, we finna try and go practice somewhere else. So I can understand the thinking there. They're thinking about football first. Think about health first. That's where I'm coming from. That's what was my whole backlash. That's my whole outlandish everything for that. Now, looking at all the corresponding differences in all the NFL protocols, obviously there was not a protocol in place when the Titans did it. It happened September 30th. The NFL to come out the protocol to October 1st. And that's when Mike Vrabel told the players that they can't do it anymore. So the whole thing about, I saw some mess about suspending Vrabel and John Robinson the rest of the season, finding us $10 million and taking away first draft pick. I'm telling you right now, I would not watch NFL no more if that happened. I promise you. I would have been done. I promise. There'd have been no coming back for me on that one. Like, nah. But over that, I'm like, bro, this is a pandemic, y'all. Like, this is going to happen. It just happened to happen. I hate having my favorite team. It just happened to happen to us. I hope it doesn't happen to a team, but it probably will. Just to be honest. Without this not being a bubble, without it being out. It's like baseball. When the Florida Marlins had all those cases, the St. Louis Cardinals, they got through the season. The NFL to go on to battle through and find a way. College football going through it. They're finding a way. You just going to have to play through this mess. We go out to schedule games on Tuesday and remove the games, push the Bills game those next Thursday back to Sunday. You just going to do some things like that. Just as how I go. As I said, as for Titans, I've cooled off. I'm glad I didn't do it. Let me be real, because there'd have been a lot of cursing and stuff going on there. So I knew better. I knew better to let the facts come out. I stand with the Titans. It's our hashtag on Twitter right now. So I stand with the Titans, my squad. Got tough game against the Bills coming up. We're missing our number 2, 3, and 5 wide receiver and our 2 starting tackles. So due to COVID, good luck to us.
Glad you got that off your chest, sir. But I think to your point, for me, real quickly, the season will happen. The season will continue to happen. Like I said, if I know this is different sports, but if baseball figured it out, if the NBA figured it out, if college football of all people figured it out, the NFL is going to figure it out. We're going to have a season. So it's dead on that. There's too much money being left out there for there not to be a season.
Yeah, it's all about money. America's greed. So hate to hear this for the Titans because I look forward to a great season for the Titans. But I think
it's gonna fuel us actually.
I hope so.
I think all the hate that we've been receiving this past week from the NFL, it's
I look forward to it. You can only go two ways. You either can ride the hate out and look despicable, or you can go ahead and turn it around. But shout out to those families as well that have to suffer through this as well. I don't know if there's any workers. I know we talk about the athletes, but any workers or staff that also were affected as well. They're human. So shout out to them as well for being there and whoever is taking care of this. But NFL is going to continue because there's too much money in the NFL for them to stop.
I ain't gonna say. I Super Bowl still a possibility. Well, I still got them in the Super Bowl just because I feel like you said, Sharky, this is gonna motivate them. It's gonna bring them closer. The fact, it's terrible that they were out there practicing, but the fact that they were doing it lets me know that they are committed to the culture of winning that Mike Vrabel has set, even if it means breaking the rules, quote unquote. So I'm still sticking with them, Sharky, to get the Super Bowl. I just hope that they can find their rhythm, for this game on Tuesday. You said against the Bills.
Yeah.
They gotta get it under control with the virus, and then from there, I don't know how they're gonna. I have no idea, but figure something out, and then just go from there. So.
Sorry, Steelers, for altering y'all schedule, specifically Eric. I ain't apologize to Eric Ebron complaining and stuff, but I apologize to y'all.
I appreciate that, Tom.
Eric Ebron.
Thank you.
Oh, ain't nobody worried about Eric Ebron. He's still dropping the ball. He be all right. He might still dropping the ball.
All right.
We're moving on to the picks.
Yep.
All right, cool. Gentlemen, we're moving on to the picks. We're going to make these picks really, really quickly. I know we're short on time. First game we got up is the Carolina Panthers versus the Atlanta Falcons. Tell me who you got real quick.
Man. What to get, man? All right. Who do you on them playing? They got to win at some point.
Is Dan Quinn a coach?
He ain't won over 16 before as the coach, so I ain't expecting to go to 16 this year. But give me Panthers though.
Right.
I only put my fantasy team. I had a starting running back, M. Davis, and Robert Anderson. So I need them.
Yeah. Panthers 31-17.
30. Come on, Sheedy.
I mean, they scored 30 last week, I think.
I got Falcons.
Ooh.
Like I said, they got to win at some point. I don't blame them. Actually, they won the hard choice.
Yeah. Oh.
Come on, Savage. I already know who you got.
I got them MF and Panthers because they going 8-8 and they making the playoffs. Like I said.
Sheedy, did I just see Aiden with a Black Panther head? What's called?
Wakanda forever.
Carolina Panthers forever. Looking at you.
I believe that somehow, some way, that Matt Ryan was going to win this game.
I believe somehow, some way, Matt Ryan will lose this game. This is Dan Quinn's last game. Sorry, it really should have happened weeks ago. But this is it. Sorry.
So before I just want to make sure I'm clear. So I'm the only one.
Yes.
That Falcons are going to win. Okay.
Ryan, let me
yes, you're the only one that's going to be incorrect.
No, Target. It is locked in. You are locked in.
Right.
You are locked in.
Speaking of Target, we back to you. We got Bills and Titans on a Tuesday.
You put Bills and Titans in there and win. You chose the Browns and Colts, man. Come on.
They don't talk about the Browns. Hello.
Bills and Titans, they undefeated.
I mean, yeah, give me Bills.
Come on, man. Tighten up. I got
I don't even know if AJ Brown is playing. If he ain't playing, I don't know
Oh, well, if he ain't playing this ball game,
I don't know who wide receiver we throwing the ball to because
Tighten up, man. I got Titans 17-14
in the box at that point.
I said 17.
Tighten up. Let's go.
This Big Ten score you got.
Fine, damn. Fine, damn, man.
So, Sharky, who you got? You got. Sharky, who you got?
Have you seen that secondary? Man, Josh Allen, 31-20 Bills style. We see them in the playoffs though. We beat them in the playoffs. We see them in the playoffs when we got
Sharky got the Bills. Savage got the Titans. Trevor, who you got?
Give me 28-24 Titans.
We about to practice for the first time in about 2 weeks.
I don't care about all that.
Yeah, it does. Practice matters. I don't care what AI said.
Sheedy, who you rolling with? The Titans?
I'm running around Buffalo. I'm circling Buffalo. I need the Bills.
Agreed. Yeah, sorry, Sharky. I actually want to go Titans.
But
I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen is a MVP candidate. He ain't getting it, but looks like an MVP candidate.
Top 10.
MVP is a wrap.
Top 10.
That's fine. That's fine.
But you picked us to win and beat them though.
Top 5 did.
They got top 10 and top 5 against our bad defense, and you got us to win.
I do, yeah, because it's a team. It's a team concept.
All right, and for the NFL game of the week, we have the Fly High Eagles out of the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, and the Pittsburgh Steelers from the Steel City in Pittsburgh. Surely y'all are going with the Eagles, right?
Stop it. Ain't nobody stupid.
There we go.
Ain't nobody stupid. However, I did bet for the Eagles to win the game, so I'm going to choose the Eagles.
Ooh, you look like somebody gonna need help paying their rent this month. All right, Sharky, who you got?
Give me the Steelers, man. Steelers.
Okay.
Steel City, dog. Steel City.
Savage, I know you got the Eagles.
No, hold on. Let's get on Savage for a second about last week. What's up? What's up?
Ooh.
First of all,
Nick Mullins.
First of all, I already had my response. I'm not responding to that game anymore. If y'all didn't know, I had Sharky and Trevor to pop on to the I Don't Know Sports podcast. Shout out to y'all for the clip. Yeah, the Eagles scored like 18 points against. They were gifted a pick six. Do not deny that. Nick Mullins threw the ball right to him. So in theory, the Eagles only scored 18 points against the San Francisco 49ers defense. The Eagles again have not scored more than like 30 points at all in like the past 3 years, more than like twice, I believe. How the hell are we going to score on Pittsburgh, who has 3 of the top 4 pass rushers as graded by Pro Football Focus? If y'all didn't know, the Eagles are on their 3rd string offensive lineman who played his first game of football ever last week. Played pretty well.
How?
He played rugby and he's like a freak athlete, but that's neither here nor there. But we have backups on our O line. Steelers get they starting D line. It's finna be a wrap. It's gonna be like 30-31 to about 15.
Stop.
Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling. I promise you I'm not.
Another score?
31-15.
Oh my God. Come on, Trevor, because he's trolling. Come on.
I'm not trolling. I promise.
I said the Steelers scoring 31. Come on, Trevor, who you got?
I'm gonna say the exact same thing about this game as I said about week 1 with the Giants. This is a game that the Steelers should win, but Pittsburgh always has that tendency to lose games we should win. And I do expect us to be a little bit more closer than usual. Just because it's Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, but I'm still rolling with the Steelers, and I'm going with a score of 31-24.
Jeez, it's 30 point from. Savage's point, the Steelers have 3 of the best pass rushers in the league. As I mentioned, as this was discussed months ago, the Steelers have a really good defense. The Steelers also have a very terrible offense, so I'm trying to figure out where y'all getting this 31 points from. Steelers 21, Eagles 17. Carson Wentz will have a pick six.
And again, I'm the only one that said the Eagles.
And you're going to be the only one asking for money for your rent, sir. Hopefully win a large sum.
Okay. I will say this: we will only win because of Doug Peterson. It be some kind of play call that he calls up. He's still a top 5 coach. He's still. I'm not budging against that. But
so you saying y'all win?
No, I'm saying if we do win, it's because of Doug Peterson. We gonna lose. If we do win, it's a wrap. Oh, I'm not bragging or boasting at all. Like you're not getting that from me. I promise you. I promise you, I'm not.
Right. I mean, Frank right over Doug Peterson, man. Let's go. College football, Trevor, are you able to?
Yeah, just give me a quick second. All right. All right, so we got 2 marquee matchups that's actually going to be kicking off within the next 30 minutes. The first one being the undefeated Tennessee Vols against the undefeated Georgia Bulldogs. The Bulldogs, of course, coming to this off a impressive win over the University of Auburn Tigers last week. Tennessee coming off of a win against Missouri. Of course, they've won 8 straight now, dating into the last 6 games of last season. Georgia, of course, has won the last 3 matchups of Tennessee against Tennessee by an average of 32 points. Georgia has won 20 of their last 21 games at home. The lone loss coming to Tennessee on the Hail Mary. So I'll start with Skylar, and I'll just make my way around. Predictions for this game. And I guess, yeah, Skylar, go ahead.
This is going to be my first time watching the Tennessee Vols in quite some time. Apparently, they're doing much better than they were last year. So I'm actually going to sit down and watch this game here within the next 30 minutes. Georgia looked extremely impressive against Auburn last week. And apparently y'all still got this Guarantee Colgate, whatever her last name is. I'm interested to see what he's going to look like against this Georgia defense. So I'm actually going to go a close game. I'm going Georgia 24, Tennessee 20.
Okay.
I'll go Georgia blowout.
Woo!
Okay.
Sorry.
The Big Ten ain't playing.
Hold on, real quick. I was just in Applebee's and they had it on the Big Ten network. I'm like, can y'all y'all do know it's actual football games on TV right now. Like every TV was on.
Good guys, Florida and Texas ain't.
Okay, go ahead, Sarge. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. This game is in Georgia, where there's no COVID.
Right.
Exactly. Having a full party. So I feel like the crowd will play a factor, even though it should not have played a factor. But whatever. Like Sheedy, man, give me Georgia in a blowout. I believe it's gonna be like about 45-20. It's like I don't believe in Tennessee. I don't believe in Tennessee. I don't believe in their quarterback. I just don't believe it. So just like Skylar said, I'm gonna be watching this game in the next couple of minutes. But I expect Georgia to handily win this game.
Okay.
Sharky, you want to go? You want me to go?
I'm gonna go. Auburn did good to me, so it was impressive. I guess they beat somebody I don't think that's good anyway. But our quarterback ain't good, so
there you go.
It won't be a blowout. It won't be as close as Skyler had though. It'll be like 30-20. We'll be in the game, and they'll find a way. Georgia's defense is just that good because Georgia's offense ain't really scoring. But I believe our quarterback is gonna have a key turnover. Because we are good running, we got a really good offensive line, but Georgia has a really good defense. But Georgia's offense, I don't even know who that quarterback is, but I believe they're going to play much smarter than our quarterback. If we had a different quarterback in there, I would actually say we'll upset them. But Garantano,
yeah, I believe Garantano.
Even last week in the blood and get some Missouri, bro, made some throws. You just like scratching your head on, like it's like I have no belief in him. But the fact that this game will be even close, in my opinion, because it says a lot. Because let me go over these last 3 years, as Trevor referenced to. Georgia beat us. The total score 122-26.
Damn.
Damn. To score.
Y'all scored 20 points in 3 years against Georgia.
Against Georgia, yeah.
And that's really 2 years because we got skunked from last year. We scored Zippo, goose egg.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to say about that.
Trevor.
I was real bold enough to pick the upset. I was real bold enough early this morning to pick the upset, honestly. Georgia's a 2-touchdown favorite. I believe that whoever wins the battle of the trenches will actually have a chance of winning this game. Tennessee shown that they have a nice offensive line and they can run the ball pretty well. Georgia did the same thing last week against Auburn, but Auburn's line just looked weak on both sides in regards to the trenches. So I think whoever is able to establish the run will definitely have a chance of winning this game. But I got Garantano as my quarterback, and I honestly don't trust him. So I picked Tennessee to keep it close. So I'm going to go along the lines of 30-21, Georgia.
Somebody said Georgia.
Everybody's Georgia, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I wanted to, and I was like, Garantano's a quarterback. I was like, nope.
Yeah, that's the only reason why. That's the only reason I wouldn't pick him. Like that quarterback, I do not believe him.
No.
Like, I've watched him. I actually watched Tennessee a lot, and I'm just like,
no.
Is he like a sophomore?
He's a senior. Yeah,
he's a senior now.
Senior? Man, I thought he was a freshman like last week. Who was the freshman I had last year?
He kept getting hurt. I forgot his name, but he was good.
I forgot his name too, but
because I think y'all played somebody last year, and it was like it was good.
I want to say he transferred. Meyer.
I think he transferred. And I know what game he's talking about. He's talking about the Alabama game too, in which he played really good.
Yes, he played great.
It was the Georgia. He actually played well in the Georgia game. So we actually it wasn't last year we got shut out. It was year before last year we got shut out. He actually played well in that game. Georgia was that good last year.
Yeah. All right, so I think everybody's made the picks. So moving on to the prime time game of the week.
No, you ain't a Hurricane fan no more, dog. I'm trying to.
What you mean?
Hold on.
What you mean?
Savage, get ready and rejoice.
He said he 4-time niggas now. I ain't trying to do
the seventh ranked Miami Hurricanes will be matching up against number 1 Clemson later on tonight on ABC. Savage, I will give you the luxury of going last since this involves your team.
Former.
Now
to be clear, I am a former Miami fan. I'm not a full-time Miami fan, but I like seeing Miami look good. I like when they're good. College football is good.
Okay.
Shouldn't have gave up on them, man.
I still want my rematch with Ohio State, but that's neither here nor there. You know, Maurice Claret going crazy against
So I'll start with Sharky and then just go Skylar, Sheedy, then Savage. What do you guys expect? You expect a blowout, close game, and basically scores, predictions.
Man, let me see this here. Normally in normal years, how I gonna say, oh, you just got played. But sorry, I'm watching Florida Texas A&M. It won't be a blowout. I'll say a blowout because Clemson normally come in these games and just gonna smack the other team around and think they're good. But Miami, unlike the last time when they started turnover chain stuff, they have a quarterback this time.
Yes, sir.
They came from Houston, and he's putting up.
They scoring.
They scoring now.
Isn't that King guy? I think that's his last name.
Derrick
King or something like that.
Derrick King from Houston. Yeah.
So this is a different ball game today. So this is gonna be Clemson. I mean, they always have a good defense, but I predict a shootout. Give me Clemson 45-38.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. That's about right.
And it's Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I can't go against him and Clemson. Clemson defense gonna keep playing the end. But Derrick King, this won't be that turnover chain team that got blew out by Clemson in the ACC championship game because their quarterback wasn't that good.
Okay. Scallo, you got
to what Sharky just said, Trevor Lawrence. If you ain't tanking for Trevor Lawrence at this point, then you ain't tanking. Period. Because Trevor Lawrence is that guy. Cannot wait for him to touch the field in the pros rank. I think this is going to be a close game. But we know at the end of the day, Clemson runs the ACC. So give me Clemson 35, Miami 28.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my theory of not giving out points. I'm just gonna say yay or nay, which way. I hate to like Trevor Lawrence. You can't bet against Trevor Lawrence, man, and what Clemson and Dabo Swinney can do, man. I've watched them beat the Buckeyes many years, and very handily. However,
wait just 1 minute.
However,
not so fast.
Not so fast, my friend.
Not so fast, man.
Right. There's something in the Miami water. I needed to keep going. It started Friday. It's here today on Saturday. I need it to happen on Sunday as well. So I want that Miami I think Miami wins. Give me by 4.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
I really want to hop on that bandwagon, Sheedy, but
I can't do that though.
I really want to join you on that bandwagon, Sheedy, but I can't pick against Trevor Lawrence. But I do think this will be close, and this will definitely come down to the last possession. So give me Clemson 45, Miami 42.
All right.
You know what's funny, Trevor? That is my exact score. 45-42. I don't know. Like first, Florida State. What is going on in Florida State? They are trash. They are trash.
He's deflecting, Sharky. Let him deflect.
Anyway. So, Derrick King is legit. Miami's offense is legit. Defense and Louisville scored a lot of points against them. But I just feel like the U is back, man. We got our quarterback with swag out there in South Beach.
It was a lot of weed. Mm-hmm.
and I know this game is in Clemson, but I just feel like Miami, this is their coming out party to officially put the stamp on Miami is back. They ready to play some football. And I got Miami 45-42 on a game-winning field goal to end in Death Valley.
Let's go.
I wasn't gonna watch this game. I was gonna watch some UFC, but I'm actually gonna watch this game.
You might want to watch
Miami and Clemson. What you mean?
You might want to watch this.
Clemson beat them every year. Why would I want to watch the same thing every year?
You know what, Skylar? Skylar, you said New Year. This is officially the start of 2021. New year, new Miami. Let's get it.
We'll see.
All right.
Oh man, that's a good segue to our famous segment. True or not?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna switch it up this week just a little bit. I know we're running short on time. We're gonna switch this game up just a little bit. So the Dallas Cowboys are terrible at defense, and I do mean terrible. I mean like giving up 35 points a game, giving up 49 points to the Cleveland Browns, terrible. So because they're so bad on defense, what's something that you're better at than the Cowboys are at defense?
Can you give an example from yourself?
So a couple months ago, I was terrible, like absolutely terrible, like Cowboys defense terrible at changing diapers. I'm now better at changing diapers than the Dallas Cowboys are playing at that they are at playing defense.
I got one. I'm better at shooting the basketball with my right hand than the Cowboys are playing defense. They gave up the panties to my boy Baker. They gave it up. I'm talking about 49 points. They gave up the panties. I'm sorry. Trash.
You take it one step forward. I'm better at hitting a layup with my left hand than basketball. I am with the Cowboys defense. And let me throw a stat out here. Before the Bears scored on that last possession against the Colts last week to get to 56 points, the Cowboys gave what 48 or 49 against the Browns?
49.
49. The Colts defense before the Allen Robinson garbage touchdown had gave up 48 points this season
in total
on defense. I don't care who they play. I'm getting tired of people saying people don't play. Everybody when the record can't be playing reschedules. So now they gave up 56 points on defense throughout this whole season. Dallas gave up 49 and won a game.
Hey, that's Baker, man.
Yeah, and I'll go. I mean, we gave it up to Matt Ryan, and other. So, anyways, I am better at breastfeeding, and the Cowboys are at tackle.
I'm dead.
That's crazy because he can't breastfeed.
And they can't tackle. So there we go.
Skyler, missed it. Repeat that.
So, Skyler, I believe that Sheedy, am better at breastfeeding.
Wow.
And the Cowboys are at tackle. Next time. We social distancing when it comes to tackling on defense. That's how we should have been on the Titans field.
Wow.
Oh man.
Wow.
Hold up. I can't follow that. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that was a good one.
I don't have nothing else after that. Actually,
I tell you,
I don't think anybody should have anything else after that.
Trevor gotta have one.
Yeah, come on.
Should gave us a warning, Sheedy.
I know.
You should have went last. Let's say that.
Okay. I am better at throwing and catching the football with my left hand, and I'm right-handed, than the Dallas Cowboys defense.
I got one. I'm gonna copy Trevor just a little bit. I am better at throwing a football 35 yards and catching it by myself than the Cowboys are at playing defense.
Let me see.
I can't whistle at all, and I'm better at whistling than I am.
Same.
Like when that whistle while you twerk song come on, I can't do the whistle part. I hate it every time.
This man can't whistle. Lord have mercy. Sharky, you too damn grown to not be whistling.
Right. Get off me, bro.
Some people just ain't got it. I can do the little
Cowboys part. Good defense. It's okay. Everybody ain't got it.
Touche. You're right. You're right. Let me say this about the Cowboys. If they lose to the New York Giants, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned. I don't know sports podcast. If they do not beat the Giants,
if they do not beat the Giants, I will give Daniel Jones his praise. If they beat the Giants and he throws for 300 in this game, I will have my hashtag as Danny Dimes.
Oh, no.
I ain't doing it. He got to win for me.
Please,
Jason Garrett, revenge game.
I said win and throw for 300. So
Sheedy,
I'll give him his praise if they.
No, I'm not gonna deal with this. Y'all better
please.
We ain't for deal with this.
Jason Garrett, revenge game. I didn't think about that. Ooh,
snap! It sure is.
I'm watching that game.
Yep, we gotta watch it.
I'm watching Colts and Browns. I'm watching the real after game.
Sharky, you ain't gotta lie. You know you're gonna be watching Giants Cowboys because they're just gonna be on.
Yeah, it's at 12 o'clock actually. No, it's on CBS randomly.
Well, the Cowboys are on Fox. That's
Turn the wrong off and to be caught in the game.
The Cowboys are like 1-3. They'll be on TV anyway.
All right, they can show the Colts and Browns. They're showing the Steelers. Actually, I think the Steelers and Eagles play at the same time as the Cowboys. Let me double check that.
Yeah, we're at 12.
Steelers
at 12.
Oh, so the Cowboys play at the same time as the Colts and Browns? Get out here.
They're just gonna be on Fox. I'm telling you.
No, it's on CBS. I already checked it. For real.
CBS.
The Colts and Browns on Fox.
Oh.
Yeah, random.
That is the first. Random.
Yeah.
No, Colts and Browns on CBS.
They must have switched some move. I swear I checked it yesterday.
Yeah, they got Colts and Browns CBS. Dallas and Giants are on CBS. I don't know why. That's an NFC game.
What?
Right.
That's weird.
Oh, they must be. Weird. They better show the Colts Browns game. I know they must.
Oh, what's
they showing Chiefs and Raiders.
Fox game there.
Sharky, man.
Okay. All right. I'll use one of our bootleg websites that y'all be on the main TV. The Cowboys game be on the side. So.
There you go.
So me, I'm going to pay attention to them. I'm paying attention to Colts and Browns. All right. If I got another one.
I
don't have a troll and all, but I do have something that was very serious that needs to kind of be brought to the table. For guys that don't, if you guys don't know out there, former WNBA legend Kathy Pondexter had recently, I believe this was earlier this week, had been reported that she had been missing, with her phone, her wallet still being at her home. I think as of yesterday or maybe 2 days ago, she was eventually found, and her family did provide reports that she's doing well. So shout out to Kathy Pondexter, and shout out to her family, and just blessings on blessings on blessings. Thank God that she's okay and nothing serious has happened. So there you go.
Agreed. Thank you for bringing it up. Thank you.
Yeah.
And also, I'd like to bring up shout out to Mark Cuban for helping Delonte West out.
Yes.
He got him the rehab facility. Saw a picture of him. He looks much better than the other.
Much better than he did. Yes, a whole lot better.
Shout out to Mark Cuban for it. For that good gesture, and shout out to Delonte West for taking it, because I mean it's an addict. Whatever he was going through, it's hard to even take the next step to try and get back to being good. So
yeah,
as well, shout out to that. And that's all. Peace.
Peace, you guys.